Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, data handling. So let's start with the introduction of the chapter. Now I'm going to show you a video here which will brief you about what is data handling and why do we need to study about it. So watch the video carefully to understand.
Introduction. Ravi, have you done today's maths homework? Yes, I have gathered some information about the different sports liked by the students of our class. Okay, but how will you interpret which is the favorite sport among the students? It's easy. I have arranged the data in tabular form. Now by looking at the data, I can say basketball is liked by the highest number of students. Children, you see, collecting data is very important task. We can arrange data in different forms and get some useful information out of it. So, in this lesson, we shall learn about data handling. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to recall the importance of collection and organization of data, calculate arithmetic mean, mode, and median of any given set of data, determine range of a set of data. Well, anybody knows why there is a need of collecting data? Suppose we have a data about the runs scored by different Indian batsmen in a cricket match. By looking at the data, can you interpret which Indian batsman had the highest runs during the year? No. Therefore, to find that, we need to collect data regarding the highest runs scored by each batsman during the year. So children, unless and until you don't collect the appropriate data, you cannot know the desired information. We collect data to record and organize it. But why do we need to do that? Look at the following data. A class teacher of class 7th listed the weight of 10 students in this way. Is this data easy to understand? Now look at this data. You can easily know which student has highest maximum weight and which has least. So when we put data in a proper table, it becomes easy to understand and interpret.
So after watching the video, I hope it is clear to you why do we need to study about data handling and what is actually data handling. So in data handling, we study about data and we analyze the data to collect some results, to derive or to arrive at some results from the data. So let us study about some definitions in data handling. So first is, what is data? So the definition says any raw information which we collect to know about it and to compare certain things is called data. So it says any raw information. Raw information it is called because here we are collecting it from any primary source which is not published or which is not analyzed or organized. So that is why it is called raw information. And why do we collect? Because we have to study it for some purpose. So this information is in form of facts and figures. So understand it. This information is in the form of facts and figures. For example, we are collecting the weights of students of a particular class, so that will come in kg. So that is in figures, 15 kg, 16 kg, 18 kg. So that is coming in figures, and that is fact also, because weight is a fact for a particular child and is collected for some specific purpose. So here purpose is also important. Why are we collecting the weight? Because we need to know about the health of the children. Our data is collected for some purpose, is because we have to study it, and it is collected in form of figures. So that is why it is called to be collected in form of facts and figures, and that is what is data. Now examples, we can take here number of students in the class, their weights. I already told you the example. The marks scored by children. So when you give a test, so the marks scored by the children, which is collected by the teachers, is also data. Then that same data is recorded somewhere, so that is called organization of data, and then it is analyzed, and then it is reported in form of your report card. So that is the way data handling steps go. The second example is the temperature in a state on daily basis. So every day the temperature will be recorded and it will be written somewhere, and then at the end of the week or at the end of the month it can be analyzed how the temperature varied during that period. So this is about data. Now let us study about data handling in detail. So what is data handling? We need to collect, organize, and represent that data to draw inferences from it. And this is called data handling. So data handling it is called because we are handling the data right from collection of data till we draw inferences from it, because we are collecting the data for some purpose, as already explained. So I give you an example of your test. Suppose you are giving a test. So the marks are given by the subject teacher. So that is the collection of data from your writing scripts. So that is collection of data. Then teachers are going to tabulate it, write it somewhere. So that is organization of data, to organize, the second step. And then it is analyzed how you have performed in the test. And then class teachers record it somewhere. And then your report card is generated and it is handed over to you or your parents to draw inferences from it, that how you have performed in various subjects. So right from the collection of the data till drawing inferences or drawing results from it, the total process, the complete process of handling of data is called data handling. Now the first step is collecting data. Collection of data depends upon the further requirement of the data. Before collecting any data, we must know that what will be the use of data. Suppose a company wants to know about its brand performing in the market. The company may ask customers to give their views about the brand, whether they are using the brand or some other brand they are using, and if they are using the brand, how many times they purchase it, what is the quantity they are purchasing. So this all depends upon the purpose why the data is collected. So if we have to compare the marks of toppers in different classes, then we need the data for all the classes, not only one class having any topper, because all sections or all classes. So it depends upon the purpose of collecting of data, that what data we are collecting. The second step, as already told to you, is organization of data. So after the collection of data, we have to record and organize it. Many kinds of data we come across are put in tabular form. Our school rolls, progress report, index in the notebooks, temperature record, and many others are in tabular form. Similarly, census record, a record of the values of shares, the record of DA, the record of HRA, all are in tabular form. Tabular means in table form. Data in a proper table, it becomes more meaningful than it is scattered. So data is scattered will not be understood well, and if it is written in proper table form, we can understand it better. So we can then interpret the data and take some inferences from the data. Frequency distribution table. So what is frequency distribution table? So here I will show you a table. So in the first column, you can see this column is of marks. So here you can see the marks are written under this column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means the maximum marks are 10. Now, one mark is scored by how many children? So that is actually shown by tally marks here. So tally represents how many times that number appears in the given data. So if suppose class, so you can see here, it is a class of 35 children. It's a class of 35 children. So out of 35, how many days? One appears. So one appears if one time, so one bar will be made. Two appears, suppose 2 marks are scored by 4 children. So that means 2 will appear 4 times in the given data. So we will make 4 bars, 1, 2, 3, and 4. As many times as the number appears in the given data, we will make those many tally marks. And after making tally marks, we make a frequency table. We write the frequency in the given table, in the given column. So one tally mark means frequency is 1. 4 tally marks will mean the frequency is 4. 2 tally mark will mean the frequency is 2, so on. Now if we have more than 4 tally marks, the fifth tally mark we make like this. Fifth tally mark is made like this. It is not a cut. Actually, we count like this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we make this line to make it a packet of 5. So here you can see in the next one, it is a packet of 5 and then plus 2. So actually it is 5 plus 2. 5 plus 2 means 7. So that is why the frequency is 7 here. So that is how the tally marks are made and then the frequency is written. So usually we write tally marks before frequency. So it should be written here and then the frequency. So first column would be the marks, and then tally marks, and then the frequency. So same way in the next one it is 4. So frequency is 4. In this one you just see 5 plus 1, 6. So the frequency is 6, and so on. The total of this column will be written here. So it is 35. If you total this column, you will get to know the total is 35. So this whole table is called frequency distribution table, because here frequencies are distributed for a particular number. So that is why it is called frequency distribution table. Bar graph. Bar graph is the representation of data with the use of bars. Bars means rectangles, vertical rectangles of the same width, and the length of bars depends upon the number of frequency. Number of items of frequency. So let's see the example of a bar graph here. So here you see it's a type of music liked by how many students. So on x-axis we represent types of music. That is, the name will be represented on x-axis, and on y-axis we represent the number, or which is also called frequency. So the first type of music here is hip hop, which is liked by how many children is represented on y-axis. So here you can see the top of this bar is pointing towards 12. So that means this hip hop is liked by how many children? 12 children. Same way you can see the next one. A classical is liked by how many? So you can see that it is liked by 8 children. So you can just see the length till where it goes on y-axis, and that will tell you the number or the frequency of that particular item. So rock is represented by 7. So 7 children, 7 students like rock, and jazz is represented by 14. So 14 children like jazz type of music. So this is an interesting way of presenting the data, because here you can see buildings. Buildings, we call the bars as buildings. So the buildings are rising. So it's a diagrammatical representation of the given data. So it's not boring. It is something interesting way of representation of the same data, which is written somewhere. So diagrammatically it is presented. So you feel easy to understand, as well as you can analyze it in a better manner. Now when we analyze it, we see that the highest number is 14 and the lowest number is 7. So actually that data, the lowest number in the given data and the highest number in the given data decide about the scale here. This is called scale. So here we can take 1 centimeter equal to 1 or 1 centimeter equal to 5 or 10. So it depends upon the highest number that is given here. So here since highest number is 14, so we can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 14. But suppose this highest number was not 14, it was say 140. So can we write 1, 2, 3, 4 till 140? No. So in that case we could have written 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 till 140. So it depends upon how the data is given. Suppose same highest number is given as say 1500. So 1500 we can't write them at a scale of 10. So we'll choose the scale 1 centimeter equal to 100. So as to reach 1500, so it depends upon the highest number. How do we choose a scale? And then we study also the bar graph and we can answer it simply by looking at the bar graph. So which type of music is liked by most number of children? So you can see that the largest, the longest star is this. So that is jazz is liked by 14 children. So that is the most preferred form of music by the students. And the least preferred form of music is this because this is the shortest building, shortest bar. So rock is the least preferred form of music. So we can make bar graph as well as we can study and draw inferences from it.